welcome to another Watercolor Wednesday. Today I'm going to be unboxing my 6th LefebvreCraftamo watercolor subscription box. I'm always so thrilled and excited when I receive these that I can't wait to see what's inside. Of course, there's the obvious picture that we know we're going to get to paint. And today I have taken it out of its packaging that it came in. They do send it to me so very nicely packaged and well protected. I have a little cup of tea with me and I'm going to open this and let's see what colors we've got and which brushes. And then we will swatch them and enjoy seeing what they look like. So I'm using my new little slicer knife that I bought from Shine, S-H-E-I-N. Never quite know how to pronounce these things. Beautiful peaches. All summery and lovely, and we're so cold in the middle of winter here at the moment. And here's what we're going to paint. That's lovely. I've actually never painted fruit before, and I love these sort of blossoms. I've been on a quest, on a mission with painting leaves at the moment. I'll show you one of my last 2 sketchbook pages that's sort of half done. I haven't done the veins or anything. I was thinking of going over them in gold, so this is awesome. And let's see, we get our free gift, which is a lovely little piece of fabric pencil wrap, I think. Looks like, yes, like one could keep one's brushes in there. And then that's nice. I'm going away for a short holiday, so that's a great way to transport my brushes if I want to take any with me. I don't have a brush wrap, and with her beautiful painting on it. That's so awesome. And I'm always excited to see which brushes we get. I must admit, with all these different brushes, I still seem to be a round brush fan. I find them by far for me the easiest for my watercolor painting. These are 2 nice smallish brushes. So it's a size 6 filbert and a size 2 filbert. So that's interesting. I wish we'd get some more round brushes. I really do. And then the colors this month are we have a sepia, which is lovely, 709. And then apparently I will need to get a magnifying glass, but apparently on the side here there's pigment number, etc. So I'll go and fetch a magnifying glass in a minute and then let you know what those are. So that's sepia. I'm very pleased to know they're there. Quinacridone gold, which I love a quinacridone gold. Another green, which is fantastic. Hooker's dark green. And another violet or lavenderish color, lilac, magenta, quinacridone magenta, 308. So those are the colors this month. Then we have a tracing page, which is nice, although I actually am going to try and freehand it this month. I'll see. There's a template and 2 pieces of tracing paper and then the 5 pieces of 100% cotton watercolor paper. So that is a very exciting, lovely box, and I will be back for you in an instant when we will swatch them. Well, I've now taken all 4 of them out, and I first tried with my great Sherlock Holmes magnifying glass, but couldn't manage to see even with that. So then I took a photograph, and I've written down the pigment numbers for you. I've written the previous two down as well, but I'll just do the ones of today. So the Hooker's dark green is PY139 and PB15, and a light fast rating of 3 crosses. I need to look up what that means. I am such a beginner artist and I paint solely for my own pleasure, so the light fast ratings don't really apply to me. I wouldn't dream of trying to sell my artwork at present, so it doesn't matter. But if you are interested in these boxes and if that's important to you, I'll read them out. Then the quinacridone gold is PR206 and PY150. I think that's what it is. And light fast rating of 3 stars. Then the Quin Magenta is only 2 stars light fast rating, and the pigment number is PR122, and the sepia is again 3 stars, PBK7 and PBR7. I really struggled to read those, even with taking a photo with my phone and enlarging them. They then sort of they don't enlarge so well, so it's quite hard to read. I think those are correct. I'm going to swatch them, but before I did that, I wanted to show you guys that I write on the side of my little half pans what the color is, because once all the colors have been brought, then Emma has said that she's going to show us how to arrange them nicely in our tins, so I need to know which is which. Then I also wanted to show you guys, often when you've got your little pans here and you try to paint, they wobble, and I struggled for the longest time with that. And I don't know if this is something that most of you know, but I've discovered if you push this, the one that you're going to put it in, down towards where it's going, then hook it underneath there, and then push really hard so it clips in, it sits fairly strongly. So now I'm going to use some water. I have some paper towel. I'm just putting my... Oh, I just use a Sharpie, by the way, to write on the plastic. And I'm going to try the brushes to swatch with. So starting with the number 6 filbert, I'm just going to spray the paints first, and then we'll see what they look like. Do excuse me, I don't know. My voice seems sort of semi-hoarse today. So this is the Hooker's dark green, Hooker's dark green. By the way, I've seen that they are taking orders again for these boxes, in case you're interested. Rinsing my brush. Oops, I'm dropping everything today. Then quinacridone gold. I tend to use the Daniel Smith quinacridone gold, and I love it, but this looks like the same sort of really beautiful color. It's like such a warm, lovely yellow. Then the magenta, which was a bit cracked when I received it. It's, but I mean, it's activating with no problem. I've got too much water there. And then the sepia. I find sepia a great color to have in one's arsenal. especially with coloured pencils, I often use it for getting the dark colours, and I use it in my watercolours as well, especially in landscapes. So there we have the colours, and now I'm going to try the brushes out. I think they're very pretty colours. I'm just going to get my messy sketchbook and find a clean page. So this is the Filbert, the number 6 still, and I'm going to use this Hooker's dark green and do some light. I find moving to the right works for me much better, and one can go fat, and you can also sort of make little stamps with it. And one could actually do little leaf, easy peasy leaves, like filler leaves. 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4. Just using the side, being messy. There we go. I don't really know how to use this Filbert brush all that well. I'd love to know if any of you use Filbert brushes, and if you've got any good YouTube channels where they use a Filbert with watercolor that you could point me towards, because I've now got quite a large collection of Filberts that I don't want to waste. They are costing money. And now the size 2 Filbert. Just getting the gluiness off. Emma does show us in the class some ideas, but she hasn't sort of given a tutorials per se on the brushes. She just shows us these sort of lines, and you can use a fat line, and you can use it like that, and you can use it like that. So I've just played very nicely with all the brushes and done some silly doodling and playing with the colors and with the 2 brushes, and eventually took out a teensy weensy little round brush to do the thin lines, because I still find the Filbert brushes difficult to manage. And I just had fun playing around and enjoying the contents of this lovely new book. I do hope you've enjoyed viewing the contents of this beautiful box, and that I'd like to wish you goodbye and enjoy a painterly happy week. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.